Review the ground rules for the public forums. We will ask the candidate to provide brief opening remarks, 3 to 5 minutes. We have 3 general questions that have been prepared to help facilitate the session. I will ask each of those questions and allow the candidate to respond. We have monitors in the room who will hand out cards for you to write your questions. We do this to facilitate dialogue and try to get as many questions answered in the time limit as possible. We will collect those questions throughout the session. So if you have a question on a card, simply hold up your card. Tony or Chuck will get it from you. 5 minutes before the end of the session, we will ask the candidate to provide closing remarks. When you entered the room, a public forum comment form was given to you. You have that? You have that form? Please complete that. We're asking that you complete it before you leave the room. We will not accept the form after the session or if you leave or after the forum is concluded. These forms will be placed in an envelope, sealed, and delivered to the Board of Trustees to be included in their deliberations. We thank all of you for being here this morning, and let us begin. Dr. Marcia Pfeiffer, it is our pleasure to welcome you to the Meramec campus, and we invite you to provide a brief opening statement.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me this morning. I know that this is a very busy week and a hectic time of the year, and that you've been doing this now for a couple of days in a row. I am both honored and excited to be a finalist for the Chancellor's position, and I want to be your next Chancellor. St. Louis Community College will celebrate its 50th birthday, 50 years of service to this metropolitan area. This is a relationship that is built on a strong tradition of providing quality post-secondary education and training to the citizens of this community. The best days, I think, are ahead for St. Louis Community College. We must focus our attention squarely on student success, on the identification and the implementation of the strategies that are going to allow our students to flourish and to move on in their lives, to move on with their careers, to move on with their education. We will do that with excellence in teaching and learning. What happens in the classroom is the most critical factor in the achievement of our students. My hope is that St. Louis Community College will become the college in the country that people go to find out what works in student success. We all talk about the institutions that we look up to, and St. Louis Community College is and should be one of those institutions. We will be a college that engages with our community to talk about our common interests as well as the issues that divide us and how it is that we can come to some common ground on those issues. I look forward to a college that talks both internally and externally about all of the wonderful things that are happening here. We will celebrate our achievements. We engage minds and change lives every day. I expect that we will also be the college that people will talk about and say, St. Louis Community College gives every student who has a dream a chance. I look forward to taking your questions.
I have 3 questions, Dr. Pfeiffer, before we open it up to people who are here this morning. First, please share with us why you think you should be the next Chancellor of St. Louis Community College.
Okay. Is it okay if I don't stay here? Okay, thank you very much. I believe that I should be the next Chancellor of St. Louis Community College because I am committed to student success. I am committed to this institution. I had a 30-year career, very successful career at St. Louis Community College, and I have made this my life's work. I believe in this institution. We have a very, very strong faculty and staff here, and I look forward to the opportunity to advocate for those faculty and staff to talk about the great work that's doing here. I have a great appreciation for the traditions of this institution. Each of our campuses is different. In my career here, I've had the opportunity to work on 2 of the now 4 campuses. And so I have developed an appreciation for the fact that each campus brings to this overall system strengths. And what we need to do is to build on the strengths of each one of those institutions. I am very interested in fostering an atmosphere of collaboration and cooperation. I think a certain amount of competition is good, but in the end, we are St. Louis Community College, and that is the college that I would like to lead.
Thank you. Please give a specific example of how your management style has helped to move an initiative forward.
I have several choices, I think, to talk about in terms of positive initiatives. Probably the one that may be the most visible to all of you is the development of the Center for Plant and Life Sciences for St. Louis Community College, and subsequently our move into the Bridge Park facility, the Bio Research Growth and Development Park at the Danforth Plant and Life Sciences Center. A number of years ago, we began to recognize that the plant sciences was going to become a big focus for the St. Louis region, as St. Louis was identified as the biobelt. There was a Battelle study done that focused on the importance of community colleges being one of the workforce development partners in that whole plant and life sciences arena. We started talking, a group of us from the Florissant Valley campus started talking with then Chancellor Shannon about the need for St. Louis Community College to get focused around the plant and life sciences. So I was part of the group that worked with Chancellor Shannon at the time to advance the notion of this sort of virtual college-wide center. Most of you, I think, know that the 3 historic campuses have centers of excellence. We started talking about this as a center that needs to represent all of St. Louis Community College, and that ultimately needed to be placed someplace other than on one of the campuses. At the time, we didn't know where that was going to be, but we knew that somehow we needed to bring together the strong programs from each of the campuses that would contribute to the growth of that. I put together a team of folks at Florissant Valley that included some people that you probably all would know: Sarah Perkins, Eileen Lyons, Richard Norris, and we helped the Chancellor move forward this college-wide center for the plant and life sciences, but at the same time began to engage with parts of the plant and life sciences community about where there was going to be physical space. Our initial meetings were with Bob Calcaterra, who was the executive director at the Nidus Center. Some of you may be familiar with that particular location on the Monsanto campus. As they started to talk about building a structure that was going to house growth companies, we were invited to be the community college that would be in on that as the workforce development partner if we wanted to take on that responsibility. It took about 5 years. We went through a number of architects. We went through a number of hosting organizations. We had a change in the leadership of St. Louis Community College. We had a change in the political leaders in Jefferson City. And all the way through that, I was working with our team, I was part of advocating for each of those groups about why it was important for St. Louis Community College to take what for us was a big risk and move outside of our campus environments and actually position ourselves so that we were recognized a little bit differently than we are seen on the campuses with the kinds of education and training that we provide. And so today, we are located on the first floor of the Bridge Park facility. And for those of you who have been out there, I hope you know what a wonderful facility it is and the great opportunity that it has provided for the college.
Thank you. Dr. Pfeiffer, have you developed or implemented programs that specifically address improving student success?
Certainly. Yes, I have. I was a faculty member at St. Louis Community College for 16 years. The most important thing I've ever done about student success at St. Louis Community College is that I was a good teacher. I think I was a great teacher, but you have to ask my students. In my role today, I work on student success initiatives a little bit differently. And there are probably two at Flo Valley that I would highlight. One is our Emerging Scholars Program, which is a program that is focused on recognizing the accomplishments of students who start with us in 2 or more developmental courses, and then at the end of 24 credit hours in college level work have a 3.5 or higher GPA. The Emerging Scholars Program was in existence when I became the campus president, but has grown significantly over the last 9 years, in part because I have put additional resources in it. We have reformed the committee. We have thought a little bit differently about how we recruit students. So that's one thing that I have tried to do, is to help a program build that is really focused on recognizing the work that our students are achieving. The other thing I think would be the Gateway to College program that's at the Florissant Valley campus. Gateway to College is a national effort focused on dropout recovery. We were funded by the Gates Foundation now just about 4 years ago to become the first program in the Midwest connected with this national Gates network to work with high school students who had dropped out, with the idea that we would bring them into the college and with dual enrollment, dual credit actually, allow them to finish their high school diplomas and begin work on their college degree at the same time. It's taken us several years to get that program off the ground, but we have been successful now and had a number of students that have actually finished their high school diplomas and are moving their way along to finish their college degrees at St. Louis Community College. Thank you.